Hi writers and readers, I'm Christy Stratus and this is NaNoWriMo Day 20, and today I'm going to give you a NaNoWriMo 10-day plan so that you can finish your book on time. Let's get started. So today you have 10 days left, and your only responsibility today is to write however many words you're going to write, and at the end of your day, session, whatever it is, just count how many words you have left. Figure out what you have left to write to reach your goal. And whatever that number is, divide it by the number of days you have left, which is going to be 9 starting tomorrow. And see just how many words per day you really have to have. It may not necessarily be the 1,667 that they say on the NaNoWriMo site in case you've fallen behind or gotten ahead. So check it out, and now you've got your plan for the next 9 days. With only 9 days left, do you have your ending in mind? Because if you don't, you may want to start thinking about it, and if you do, well, you may want to start thinking about it. Either way, start plotting some of the things that might happen along the way, so you don't end up at the last minute, day 5, day 4, saying, I have no idea what's going to happen, I don't know what to do. If you have a general idea of where you're headed, you might have more luck. So now you're down to 8 days, but it's the weekend, so this means that today, on day 8, you're going to be starting on Saturday, which is the perfect day to have writing sprints. So do one in the morning, one at noon, or in the afternoon, and one at night, and you may end up actually ahead of where you're supposed to be, or you'll be beating some writer's block that you may have some trouble with right now. Yesterday you worked really hard with those 3 sprints, so make sure you reward yourself by remembering that NaNoWriMo isn't just about finishing the book. It's also about connecting and networking with other people who have the same exact goals as you. This is a really easy way to find people to support you, people to support, and just meet lifelong friends and people to network with. So get on Twitter, get on the NaNoWriMo forums, look up some blogs that are talking about NaNoWriMo. In your spare time, do that. Maybe you've gotten ahead enough that you can spend some extra time doing that, and if not, just make sure you have some time left to connect today. You have 6 days left, and it's a Monday. Ew. So Mondays are hard, you're just getting back to work probably, and maybe you should take it easy on yourself. Get out your idea jar so that you don't have to stress yourself trying to break any kind of writer's block, or just to make it easy on yourself, pick out an idea and start writing. Now we're down to 5 days, and this is that point where you say, oh my god, there's only 5 days left. But don't panic, don't panic. What you should do is look up some author interviews, or even just anything, any kind of article about writing, blogs about writing, especially anything from your favorite author though, or just a published author in general, to keep you motivated and keep you feeling like, yes, it is possible, because it is. You're gonna win. 4 days left. Do you know what the climax of your book is going to be? Have you hit it yet? If you haven't, you may want to start considering where it's going to be or what it's going to be if you don't know yet. If you don't know yet, that's the most important part, because you're going to have to start putting that in and coming down from it. So it's really important at this point. Okay, there's 3 days left, and you have written most of your novel. First of all, congratulations. Excellent. But second of all, have you thought about whether you're going to write a sequel or whether this is a series? Because not everybody thinks about that when they start writing this book, especially if it's just their first book or just a book, not necessarily in a series. So if you haven't thought about that yet, think about it now as you're starting to wind your story down, and that will help you plan the rest of the book. Okay, 2 days left. Wake up early today to give yourself a head start. You want as much time as possible today so you don't end up rushing your ending. Okay, so you have 1 day left. Now you really want to make sure you're winding down your story. And besides that, if you have the time, it would be so helpful if you could just jot down a quick list of things you either want to make sure you resolve or want to make sure you leave hanging. That way you don't have to think so much about it on your very last day. That's it. This is the last day. You've finished your book. And if you haven't finished your book, you should still be proud. Either way, celebrate, because you've come just so much further than you would have without NaNoWriMo. So don't think about the editing, whatever you do. You promise me, you pinky swear. But anyway, Make sure you celebrate. This is a really big deal no matter how far you got. For those of you who finished your books, awesome. For those of you who didn't, I'm sure you made it way further than you would have. So share your stories below, and I can't wait to hear what happens. That's your 10-day plan, and I hope it works out really well.